Honestly, for those of you who aren't really familiar with the cost of repowering a boat, this is probably anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000.
I have a quote answer on this from the yard. It was $30,000.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, very close.
Captain Kew, are you out here? Hey, yeah, Captain Kew. Captain, we're supposed to be filming.
Oh, hey, you looking for me?
Yeah, Captain Kew.
I'm Captain Kew.
That's what I said. Kew.
No, I think you said Captain Kew.
Like Q is in quinoa or K is in kangaroo? I said Q.
Am I hopping? I'm not. Am I a kangaroo?
I'm just trying to figure out how to pronounce your name.
Listen, well, here, I put a name tag on this morning. Maybe that'll help you. How's that?
Well, there it is.
There we go.
Captain Kew.
I am
Kew.
Captain Kew. Right, exactly.
Excellent. Well, funnily enough, I wore a name tag also.
And just who are you, by the way? Captain Tris.
Hey, look,
pal.
it's Sea Dog's here.
And we got Sea Dog down here. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
And we're down in Biddeford, and we're going to go check out a really cool boat.
Where are we? What is this boatyard that we're in?
It's Rummery's, right?
Rummery's, right, is right on spot. They're just starting to pull boats out for the winter. Very sad time. But,
sad time indeed.
A lovely spot. There's $1 million condos being built across the river from it. So this is a pretty fancy place that may not look like it, but it's great. And the Captain Kew actually had his PB here, and they hauled it out in this little trench right down here beside you.
That hardly looks wide enough for the PB.
Yeah, I know it was. Just barely wide enough. So anyway, what do you think?
Let's go take a look at this really cool boat.
What are we looking at today?
We're looking at a Cheoy Lee Clipper 36 Ketch.
How big is that?
36 feet.
Oh,
didn't I just say that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did. And
71? 1971?
1971, I think. Yeah, they started building them around 69, and they built them for 9 years till 19. What comes next? 78.
Yeah.
9 years, 69 to 78.
Yep.
Right. And they did a number of them. I think you recall. How many did they build?
They built 60 of them.
60 of them.
And not many made it to the East Coast, I don't believe, because they were built over in Cheoy Lee in Hong Kong, China.
Exactly. Of course, it was easier to ship them to the West Coast.
Right.
And the other thing, too, is that sometime before this, the gentleman named David Toombs spotted the boats, having heard about a beautiful Sparkman-Stevens 52-footer called Mahjong, that sailed on her own bottom 15,000 miles home, but he heard about how this Cheoy Lee yard was, and nobody knew much about it back then.
Right.
We kind of think it's always been there. Well, it has, but nobody's known about it. And so he went off and inspected one of the Lion-class boats that was designed by Arthur Robb of New Zealand, and he bought 25 of them, brought them home, and sold them out in a year and a half.
Wow.
And that just exploded the Cheoy Lee thing.
Just quickly, Canadian Ken can't join us today because he's got more pressing issues than looking at a cool boat, and that's fair. But if you tuned in last week, we looked at another Cheoy Lee, a Cheoy Lee Offshore 31. That was designed by Francis Herreshoff. This one is designed by Bill Luters.
It is designed by Bill Luters, exactly.
And a completely different beast, but you'll see some similarities. But this is a really neat boat. So let's go take a look.
Okay, sounds like
awesome.
a deal.
All right,
Okay.
Captain Kew. It looks like a ransom note out of a newspaper. Yeah.
I won't get lost with this.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Well, Tris, here we are in this wonderful barn. We have some daylight windows, fortunately, but otherwise it's going to be a little dusky in here. And I had forgotten about this part of doing these episodes. It's 43 degrees in here with no solar gain. So here we are. We're having a great time, though. But our heart's warm because we get the chance to see really interesting boats from time to time. Today we're looking at a Cheoy Lee Clipper Series 36 designed by Bill Luters, as you mentioned earlier. And these boats came about for a need to provide cruising sailors with a sense of the romantic, of historical sailing and so forth. And they were called Clippers because they had this bow design, as you see, coming back after, and it was modeled after the great Chinese clippers that plied the waters between China and America and Britain. And the reason they were called Chinese and why they referenced that particular company is that there was a great source of not only tea, but opium. Lord knows what it might be today. I'm not certain why they called it clippers. Do you know offhand?
I do know, and there are a bunch of famous ones like Cutty Sark and Flying Cloud, but the term clipper came from clip, which is to go at a good speed.
That's true, of course.
So that makes sense, right? So these boats were long and narrow, the original clipper ships, and very fast. And Flying Cloud set some records during her day, and so it's a really neat look from a bygone era.
Well, it conjures up that with the trail boards up here, you see molded into the hull, and just giving you that classic feel of an old ship. And can you see the bowsprit up there?
Yeah, and that the Dolphin Striker is another.
Right. Well, we're right here.
Look.
This piece is the Dolphin Striker, exactly. And this guy right here, so called because Dolphin would often dive underneath the bows of boats and so forth. And I don't know if they ever actually hit one, but it looked like they were sort of about to any time. And this is a very important structural rig here, going down to the bow to steel plate here. It divides here, and this acts. If you think of this sprit up here as being the mast on the boat, this is like a spreader. You can't just run the line straight up to the bow. You wouldn't have the leverage you'd need to put the strength to hold that bowsprit in place. So on both sides, there are heavy wires, and then these two, which connect here and go forward right up to the end of the bow.
Yeah, so that Dolphin Striker counteracts the upward pressure of the forestay, so it doesn't pull the pulpit and bowsprit right out of the bow. So it counteracts that, and it's loose now because there's no opposite force on it.
Exactly.
That's why it's loose.
Exactly.
But, it's such a neat feature, and I have to say, where it connects to the stem of the boat here, it looks very solid. I don't see any like.
This piece has definitely been replaced.
Yeah.
Now the boat is what are we saying?
71.
50 years old, sort of.
49-ish? No, 50.
71.
Our math is terrible.
30 and 25 would be 55. How's that?
It's 55.
55
because I just
years
turned
old.
56.
And I got to tell you something. This boat looks better than you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would agree with that.
No. Tris is a very young 55.
56.
Well, I was trying to help you.
And this looks like original gel coat on this boat, which is.
It does, doesn't it? And if you had a.
Did you just smudge that?
I just smudged it. I'm sorry. I have an anti-smudger here, right here. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Nice work.
And
They might hire you. You know, they need some waxing and buffing.
I'm not tall enough. Yeah, this is a matter of just some wax going on here.
Sure.
And the little dull spots would just lighten right up. So the gel coat does look good. And I'm walking around the boat earlier.
For a 71, it's impressive.
It is. It really is.
So tell us about this, the keel on this, because it's a bit unusual.
Well, it is. First of all, she's not cut away that much. A little bit, but if you go back, if you think about talking about cutaway keels and full keels, the old fishing schooners and so forth, they'd come right down here like so and then carry back. So this is, relatively speaking, somewhat cutaway, but it's still just a long, gentle sweep all the way back to the rudder. One thing that's interesting about it we discovered today is that this is external lead, or excuse me, this is external iron.
Yeah.
And you can hear the hull here, and then we get down to the iron. But the thing that caught my eye was it ends right up here.
Starts right up.
It starts right.
Wow, it's amazing.
Almost at the bow, and then it will sweep down the whole length of the bottom here, and there, and it goes all the way back to the almost to the bearing of the rudder bearing back here.
Yeah, that's impressive. And so the one thing to keep in mind with iron is when you see exposed bits of metal, you want to sand that down and put some epoxy barrier on there so it doesn't rust.
Main thing is, among other things, not to worry about it. It will rust, especially when it gets exposed to air and so forth, but it's nice to. It would be really great if you were to own this boat, to soda blast that, maybe epoxy over it. Okay, put a fresh coat of epoxy. The smoother you can have your bottom, and this bottom, actually, having just looked, is really nice.
I have to say, I don't see any peeling paint on it. It's impressive.
It is.
So they must have taken it down at some point.
I think they must have, yeah. But as smooth as you can have the boat, your performance will be enhanced remarkably.
And for this boat, every little ounce of extra speed is probably good, because these are not known to be particularly fast upwind or downwind.
No, she's got a very full bilge here. They're not slack. They're slack bilge, excuse me, but they're not flattened out like modern racing boats. So you're going to have a lot of room to carry fuel and water inside here,
and all your junk. I mean, these boats were designed for blue water cruising.
Precisely. Yeah. While we're down here, let's just take a look at the rudder. This construction is foam filled, and this little tapping. We're not surveyors. We don't pretend to be, but it's pretty obvious when you come to a dead spot on a boat that something's changing in there.
Right.
But this sounds the way it should sound, and with the foam in there, usually you can get some water into these rudder casings, but hopefully this one looks like, I don't see any sign of dripping down there.
No, nothing. And I have to say, most rudders do have some sort of moisture intrusion. It's nearly impossible to keep it out.
I know. There's a really nice heel gudgeon down here. And you see the four bolts that go all the way through the whole thing?
Yep.
And
rugged.
Big, that's probably a bronze casting of some sort.
You're not going to catch any lines there, which is great, which leads me to the prop and the aperture. You're going to really be well protected from picking up lobster traps, at least in New England, and other detritus in the water, and your rudder's protected.
There aren't a lot of holes on this boat. Actually, some of these boats, you come up and there's holes coming out of them everywhere for everything. That's just your deep
That's your garbage drain.
Deep bilge sump drain, yeah.
Yeah, because that's got a screw that goes in there. So that's great for preventing your boat from sinking on land, as they say.
Right, exactly.
If it ever filled up with water due to a breach in the barn roof or your tarp or whatever, and it got into your bilge, you could ruin your engine in a hurry.
Precisely. Again, we're back here at the aft end of the boat. She's really got pretty lines. She needs some wax. You'd probably want to wax up the blue cove stripe here.
Sure.
But I can't tell if it's faded a little bit, but it's also sort of a light bluish gray.
It also looks like that is also original.
It does, doesn't it?
Hard to tell.
You can't tell anymore with some of the finishes these days.
I know.
This is a big deck drain right here. An interesting piece, because there's the deck comes back and there's a step there, as I recall. So a place for water to catch.
Hey, Captain Kew, what does the name mean? A-U-M.
Well, a lot of discussion about that. And some people, and myself included, I thought it was some sort of exotic bird, like an auk.
Yeah.
You know, A-W-K, auk.
Sure.
So you got no, I got an auk. You know, but it actually, one other thing is that it was supposed to relate to some sort of mythical well-being of something. But the truth of the matter is, it's really assets under management.
Clever.
Which is a business term.
Yeah, an acronym.
Thank you. But I love it because I've never seen a more appropriate name for a boat than all your assets under management. And, you know,
hopefully not a sinking asset.
No, but you're just getting it repaired, fixed, paid for, and so forth. Anyway.
Well, like you said, usual age beauty marks on her from her age, from bumping up against things, but I bet most of those would wax or buff out, and she would shine up in a hurry. But I'm excited to go up and take a look.
All right, Tris, you're going to check that bowsprit out for you, right?
Yeah.
I think those are rated about 150 pounds.
Then we're over its rated weight limit by quite a bit. But this is really neat out here, and it's a nice nice place, a nice vantage point. If you're cruising along and come sit out here and look aft on your boat, it's always a neat and special moment to be out over the water. And if there happen to be a pod of dolphins, very cool. But here we have a nice bow roller here for your CQR anchor. And that comes right back. It's probably 35 pounds is my guess.
Yes.
I can't see the other side of it. But some of these were rigged as staysail catches. This is not one of them, right? This is just a traditional catch.
No, this has a staysail.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, Yankee and a staysail.
Oh, nice. Okay. Got a
So it's
baller
sort of
here.
a Yankee Clipper, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. And then,
Big Samson post there.
yep, Samson post here. And then you've got a big manual windlass. This is like the third one we've seen recently. It's just like the one on our Morgan.
Well, they work just fine. They just feel like they should go faster, but there's no rush.
There's no rush.
And you're surprised at how fast they do pull in chain.
Yeah, you've got the side for your, this is the Wildcat side for your chain, and then your warping drum over here, and you got a metal handle, which I don't know where it is right now on this boat, but you slip it in here and just crank it up like the old days.
Yep.
So that full vintage feeling.
And that goes right down into that little hole down there, down to the chain locker here.
Keep some air flowing in there through this.
You're up in the durage, sorry.
The cowl vent, yeah.
There's the cowl vent, yeah.
And she has roller furling. There's one of your fair leads for it, one of your blocks. But what I like about this in particular is the nice high bulwarks. I know you and I are both big fans of this. This is a nice feature to have for when you're working up in the bow in a sea state, you have a place to brace your feet and you're not going to slide off. Nice teak cap rail there, which has been let go to go natural, but you could sand that down and put some Epiphanis on there or some other varnish or
maybe oil.
Or maybe oil.
This
yeah.
may be
Some
an
tongue
oil situation. I always wonder what the best treatment is. Would you steel wool or bronze wool this and then oil it to get rid of you'd have to do that and scrub and get there's dirt in that teak right now.
But it would brighten right up.
It would. The one thing you have to watch out about teak is that there's a soft, there's high spots and there's soft spots in between those hard high spots. And you don't want to use scrub brushes on them because that'll dig out the soft pulp in between the hard pieces. So you've got to be careful about that, but carefully done. This looks good. And look at this. Just look at the fastenings.
The bungs?
Yeah, the bungs are all tight, aren't they?
They look really good, I have to say. I will note, though, we've got some lifelines here that are coated plastic. And if you look right here, Alan, you can see there's some breaks in that plastic, which means you're going to get probably corrosion underneath this. So
at this point, it'd be worth replacing.
Yeah, and we've done that recently, probably $1,000 to replace it on a boat like this. Nice wide side decks. Here are your chain plates out near the tow rail. Those all look good. Oh, this one looks like it has a little corrosion. Maybe needs to be rebedded, but this one looks all right.
No. This is the one you were saying?
Yeah, just might check down below to see if there's any water coming in.
These were an early question on the build from Cheoy Lee, and that again goes to the metallurgy of the stainless that they use.
Right, interesting.
And they would be rusty, and they often got replaced. And I'm thinking again, 50 years old, these things have been dealt with.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. An interesting thing is that the sides to your coach roof here are teak as well. It's a nice look.
Oh, and imagine if that were varnished.
I know. I mean, it adds to your workload, but it could be quite nice.
Well, you hire somebody, you see.
That's true. Got a nice forward hatch there. I reckon that goes down in your V-berth.
Yep. And this had some varnish on it at one point.
It did.
And it wouldn't take too much to scratch that off and varnish it back up again.
And these decks, you spoke to the owner, these decks were originally teak.
They put 3/8 inch teak on, and it was all fastened from the top. And then they'd put a bung in it. And those bungs would get scrubbed out, and then they'd get leaks.
Yep.
And it was not one of their successful building moments, teak decks. They looked great when it first came out, but then...
And great for traction.
Eventually, and looks, exactly, but then eventually they went and got torn up in so many of the Cheoy Lee boats.
Yeah, yeah.
This is kind of fun while you're looking.
Yeah, again, that old clipper ship feel.
You know what these are called, if I can get one out?
What are those things called? They're pins.
You're there, halfway there. It's a belaying pin.
Belaying pins, that's the word.
And the reason for it, especially on the big older ships, they had huge reeds of line when they're hauling those sails up. And so what they do, they loop the line around here and do kind of a figure eight kind of deal.
Yep.
So it's all wrapped around there. But a lot of times on the older boats as well, and even these boats, you need that line fast. You got, oh, we got a storm coming.
Right.
Got to get it up. Okay, how do you undo it? Got to undo it. No, you just go boom, and the line falls off.
Exactly.
And you got the whole thing right in your hand.
And this is deck stepped, which is...
This is deck stepped.
Yep. And that looks all healthy in there.
Massive looking footing. Look at that.
Yeah. That looks
casting.
great.
I like that, yes.
And port and starboard dorade here with cowl vents. These are nice.
Yep.
Big center hatch with a solar fan. How are things looking over there?
Well, we've got a storm anchor parked over here, and big Danforth, and
with its own cradle, which is nice.
with its own cradle, right? I would, again, I do things like this because I get sort of obsessive. I would have a canvas man make a cover for this.
Yeah.
The reason being, these things are going to catch on lines and so forth.
Not to mention take a chunk of flesh out of you.
And they always do it when it's blowing like Billy O and you're really unhappy.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's handy. That's great. That's a big thing to stow below.
That looks like your primary boom.
I have a primary boom here, yes. And this is one of the, this is what they came with originally. This is a roller furling boom. You know about those?
Yes, so it spins up the sail on the boom.
Yeah, and this was the, I may die here in a minute.
You don't have to do a demonstration.
Well, I just thought, a lot of people have never seen this, and they do work. You put a handle on this and you crank it, and this is all geared inside, and this whole boom will rotate, and it will pull the sail right in on, right onto it. And,
you got your workout for the day.
I gotta go get some oxygen. I'll be right back.
Now, what is this tensioner?
That's called a high field lever.
Okay.
And that is used, that'll be a rig that'll go up to the, let's see where the line is. Okay, it's disconnected.
Terminates there.
That goes up to the mast where the interstitial is, you've got the head stay up here, then you've got the interstitial down here. But if there's not loaded up with sail, you got to tension the mast. So the high field lever comes back here, and it's preset.
Yeah.
So when you set it, you just crank that back,
It locks
and
in.
it will lock into place.
Nice.
And there's one on each side. So depending which tack you're on, you do the side that is closest to the wind.
Makes sense.
Hey, Tris, here we go again.
Well, you know, if
You're
you
in
want to feel like
control.
you're on an old pirate ship, this is it right here. This is a nice wooden helm here. This is beautiful. A British, was it Cestral?
Cestral.
Yeah, Cestral compass here. Really neat. So this is a really neat feel to it. And you can see they've let the teak and brightwork just go natural, which is fine. And if you want to take the time to gussy it up, be our guest, but otherwise leaving it natural is just fine too. Beautiful taffrail here to give you that sense of the old time sailing ships. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, and the spindles. Look at the spindles. That looks great. Truth to be told, it's a lot of little preparation to get that looking good. But as we said, maybe a little bronze wool and then some oil.
Or leave it be if you just want to go sailing. You've got two huge primary winches on port and starboard. They're not self-tailing, they're Baron, which I'm not familiar with that brand, but it looks like a Baron 13, and this is a Baron 9, your secondaries.
I have a feeling those might be Chinese winches. I've never heard of it before. And they do have take the opportunity to imitate other designs.
Sure.
And these look just like a Variant winch.
And I would say they're probably original to the boat. But this is some really neat metalwork around these winches. So you get nice water flow through here and nice high combing boards to keep that water out of the cockpit. And speaking of that,
And to keep you in the cockpit.
and to keep you in the cockpit, exactly. Nice big cockpit locker here. And we did note that the gusher pump is really not ideally set up, because if you're sitting here pumping and working hard to get the water out of the boat and you're broached by another wave, it's going to go right down into your bilge there, which is not ideal. So you want that coming through the side somewhere.
Exactly.
So you can keep that hatch closed.
It's a simple adjustment.
Exactly. Coming back behind the wheel again, you've got your engine and throttle controls right here. This acts as both, and this is your engine kill switch. You pull that up to shut the engine down. And we'll get to the engine in a little bit because that's a key selling point to this boat. It's really, really a nice feature that we'll show you. But this is all really nice in here, and you can imagine being out at sea and having all this space. This is a big, big cockpit. And by the way, this is the mast step for your mizzen mast, which is also deck step right here. And that all looks to be in great shape. You got nice teak grating down here to keep the water off your feet.
This is a massive stainless
Base
for the mizzen too. It's really beautifully done. And didn't you spot maybe an engine access down here?
Yeah, underneath this grating looks like there's probably access to your engine in some fashion. But we'll go the old-fashioned way behind the companionway steps, I reckon. But another access point if you needed to. Pretty slick.
Yeah.
But she needs a little clean, but she's just been put away for the season. Here's your main traveler right here, which is right in front of your bridge deck. There's actually a little gap between the two. But a nice big bridge deck to keep the sea out of your companionway. And then...
well, it's a good place to lie in here and just get comfortable back in that corner, as you can do over there.
Yeah. Just look at this. I mean,
now, you're really wedged in there, aren't you?
Some people ask whether or not these cockpits are big enough to lie down in, and this one would be more than ample for taking a nap. It's very spacious.
End to end.
I feel like I've gone back in time just sitting in here with this taffrail. It's really, really a pretty look. So I think we've covered this pretty well. I say we go down below and check out the interior.
Hey, Tris.
Yeah.
Tris, come on down and see this yacht I'm sitting on.
I'm really excited. I just want to show these nice bifold louvered doors here.
Aren't they nice?
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, we never know where to put the washboards, do you?
Now you do.
I would say we'd like to have an extra set of washboards when you are offshore because those louvered doors will not keep water out. But,
correct.
This is going to be a coast-wise cruising boat, I think, for most people.
This is beautiful.
Isn't it lovely? Look at the woodwork behind me and everything.
Yeah.
This is all Burmese teak, and Cheoy Lee was known for that, and they had a fight to get a hold of it and keep it because, of course, it was over in Burma. And then when the coup came in, in 2012 or something, and they suddenly lost access to some of the forestry, but this is all the old stuff from back in the 60s, and it's really a wonderful satin finish.
It's beautiful.
It's got this has two opening ports, I think, one here and one on the other side, maybe.
I think three.
Yeah, the three.
Three in the main salon area
three
here.
And those weren't originally opening, so those I think have been added. And yeah, that's a pretty massive piece.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice. One thing about this boat, guys, there's so much to talk about here.
Cushions are in beautiful shape. I mean, all of this looks...
the cushions, all the upholstery is in fine shape, yes. Yeah. But the thing about this, that one thing is we're sitting down here right now looking, that has a...
pilot berth.
Pilot berth. And that's so nice to have on boats, and so many of the modern boats don't have it because they've made it, they push these bunks and space it out so far, there's no room left for it. And on this boat, which has what we said, 11-foot beam.
No, it's 10 and 3/4
10 and 3/4, yeah.
Which to me seems narrow for a 36-foot boat, but battery just died on our light. Sorry, everybody. It seems really roomy down here, despite having a narrow beam.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This whole boat feels big, and I have read reports where some people say it feels small. So I don't know where they've been living before. Maybe the Queen Mary. But no,
this is not small. The headroom is fantastic.
You're 6'2"?
6'1".
6'1", and you've got 3 inches over the top of you. So it's going to be 6'4" or so.
Got this fancy little laser measuring machine.
There we go.
Let's see what this is exactly. That is, 6. That says 6'3" plus the length of this. So this is about probably 6'5" headroom here.
Yeah, that's terrific. One thing I miss, and I see where we have an opportunity for it down here, and this is really, we need a stove on here. I need a wood-burning stove or a charcoal stove.
Plot that right there.
And it would live right there, exactly.
Perfect for it.
And we even got a little space up there in the overhead to drill a hole, put a chimney up, and a Charlie Noble on deck. But anyway, all the joinery work it's tough. It's a little sad right now having to look at this boat because we're in a shed and she's put away for the winter.
Yeah, so it's dark.
And it's dark. but she's been well maintained. This present owner's had her for, I think, 7 years.
He's the third owner.
He's a third owner,
Yeah.
and he is also sort of, I think, I like your phrase, aging out. And I don't plan to do that myself, but
No, nobody does.
No. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I love this nice grab rail on the deck head here. This is nice.
You got to have them. You
have it.
can't. These boats just don't sit like this. These boats move. They toss. They turn. They pitch.
And you also have finger grips along this rail here too.
A little
which is
hand
very
grip,
nice. Yeah.
and that also serves too to channel any moisture drips off the port lights.
And the deck head is fiberglass, so this is easy to maintain. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
And like you said, Alan, it's dark in here right now, but this wood is actually a pretty light color when you can get a look at it.
It's
I love this too.
It has a wonderful glow to it.
The official tonnage.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? Neat little touch.
And that's really carved in there too.
You're sitting at the dinette, which I believe collapses down.
This will collapse down.
Yeah,
you can see the telescoping legs, right?
Yep.
And
Make a nice double berth.
it's going to be double. This tabletop opens up.
You're doing your homework.
There we
Watch your
go.
finger. Yep.
Like so.
Yeah.
I just
Beautiful.
hold that 1 second. And is there an arm? Must be an arm
It
under
might
here.
be somewhere, but suffice to say, you could sit a nice party of 5 or 6 around this, especially since this is a U-shaped settee on port, so you can have a little more room.
Exactly. Also, too, if you're underway, you could drop this down. And if you're on a long passage, you may not be wanting to dine below decks if you're on the ocean tossing and turning. You can set up at least one lee cloth right here.
Right.
Run from that post back to this bulkhead, and then you'd have 2 places to go at sea.
Yep.
And you still have a place to sit down and put on your boots on the starboard side, and another crew member up in the pilot berth. Okay, Tris, galleys. It has its own little section. You almost feel like your own little room. And someday, I would take this boat, I'd put the bulkhead all the way up, and I'd create a space here. I just like little spaces on boats, and it would also keep this separate and private. 3-burner propane stove here. Oh, no, wait a minute. I take it back. This is a 3-burner alcohol stove. This is a pressurized version. And these worry people sometimes. I'm not certain if the owner used this that much. Do you understand the pressurized alcohol system? What happens is you've got a tank of alcohol someplace that feeds off to these burners. And you pump that up so there's pressure. So when you open the valve here, that will allow some of the alcohol to pour out into this little drip pan around the edges. Then, when you're ready, you light that alcohol off right there, and you'll have a little flame burning there.
Yep.
And that flame will heat this atomizer cap. So when you do turn on the full flow to it, the fresh fuel will come in and immediately be ignited, and you have your flame.
That's when I put my helmet on.
You put your helmet. a lot of people have. It's not. Excuse me. It's not a great system, but it has worked for years for a lot of people.
Sure.
I'd probably look to try and find one of the non-pressurized systems where you just fill up have you seen those too?
Yes.
Where you know what I'm talking about with the it just fills up a bunch of cotton and with alcohol, and you can light that. And there's much less chance of any.
I would probably
flare.
invest in switching over to LP.
And LPG would be great. Yes.
Yeah. But beautiful woodwork up in the.
Oh, the whole boat. I mean, come on. It's just.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And again, this is 50 years old.
Yeah.
A little moisture there. These aren't things to worry about offhand. Food storage, plenty of that in dry areas here. And you can see, too, here, we'll look other places too, where all these bulkheads are all tabbed to the wall. Big tabbing, meaning
That really looks solid.
tape going up there, so it's not going to move around.
Yep.
And, he's got...
Oh, hey.
This
Good
poor
taste.
Guy, this poor guy.
That's his last meal.
No wonder he's selling the boat. And
Just
as
dry
we've always
storage.
pointed out,
there's-
the ubiquitous pan sail, but this is a little complicated. This is part of the, I believe this is the alcohol pressure system for the stove.
Yes.
You fill that tank up with alcohol, and then here's a valve that would run off, and you can see right over down there where the line comes out of the tank and then disappears into that bulkhead right behind the stove here. So there is still room for pots and pans.
Right. Then you've got a nice, mostly centerline sink.
It certainly is nice, and it's big. It's a big one. Sometimes these can get pretty small, but that's a good size.
That is a good size, and it's pressurized water system.
And you can wash the baby in there. That's nice.
That's a. And then is this the? Does it have refrigeration, or is it just?
This does not have refrigeration. This uses just ice cubes, so big ice cubes.
Yeah.
And there it is. Oh, this guy knows how to dress up his meal, doesn't he?
Make anything taste good.
Exactly.
That's cavernous.
That is very large.
Yeah.
And it would welcome a new electrical refrigeration unit. Wouldn't be too hard to put in that ice box.
Retrofit it. Yep.
Exactly.
Nice ship's bell too.
And when you're not cooking, this is your chart table. A little tricky. I'm just trying to figure out what the best mood would be, but someplace here you've got a place to put a full-size NOAA chart again.
That's nice.
We like that. We've seen that before. And behind here, bits and pieces. We're looking at a boat in storage.
Yeah.
And
there's a big battery switch there.
Yep, the master battery switch.
Switchboard.
And there was some new wiring done on this. Not totally, but some new wiring was done throughout the boat.
Great.
Enough to impress the surveyor.
Yep.
Who found really no problems.
Well, now that you mention that, there was an insurance survey done back in July, which would be available for anyone who wants to review it.
Exactly. While I'm here, do you want to take a look under this trap?
Oh boy, let's do it.
Okay. This. I know you're hungry for this. I should turn you loose on this, but anyway.
Well, you're right there, and this is worth the price of admission right here.
Everything comes apart nicely on this. The Chinese do an exceptional job of engineering stuff. Let me just get this piece up here. Put your sunglasses on.
Whoa! Look at the sheen on that.
Look at that.
Wow. Just winterized back 20 days ago.
Yeah, and she has 70 hours maybe.
Yeah, so that's a Nanni.
This is a Nanni.
Yep.
Which is assembled in France using a lot of parts. We believe the block is...
they use Kubota and Toyota blocks.
Right, exactly.
And then they marinize them.
And they also have... you can get some parts from John Deere as well for it.
Correct.
So parts are very readily available for it, and that's nice.
Nice big Raycor filter and your raw water strainer right there. You can see the engine's been pinked out.
Right here.
Yep.
And there's your Raycor back underneath for your primary and the secondary. And all very accessible. Do you want to sit around me?
Well, it's just, this new engine is just, I could stare at this all day. It's beautiful. Nice bronze seacocks, it looks like. Everything looks rugged.
Now, for those that might be interested, this was done here at the yard. At Rummery's, and when they pulled out the old engine, they of course cleaned up all the bilge area, painted everything out. There's a drip cloth down there, but
it's white. Mine is not on our road.
Exactly. You got the water lift muffler right over here.
Wow,
that's quite a piece, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Honestly, for those of you who aren't really familiar with the cost of repowering a boat, this is probably anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 of.
I have a quote answer on this from the yard. It was $30,000.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, very close.
Now we're going to go up into the head and check this out, because if you're not familiar with composting toilets, you're going to learn all about it. Come check this out, Al.
I've heard about it. I've never used one.
Yeah.
But I love the idea. How does that work?
Yeah, so in theory, if you're a guy, you got two holes here, or a girl who would sit down, you're going to pee down these two holes here.
Yeah.
It looks like someone left a tissue in here, probably from cleaning it. And as a guy, you can practice your aim. That's nice. And then if you have to go number two, you open this little hatch here like that, and you keep that open while you go, and everything goes down in there. And then when you're done, you close this, and then you turn this handle down here, and this composts it. and it turns everything and it composts it. And then if you're, this is where all the urine goes. And so when this is full, you just take this, bring it home or to a pump out station, or if you're 3 miles offshore, just
pour it over the side.
Pour it over the side. And this is the compost agitator, I guess you would call it. Material that goes in
the absorbent.
Yeah, the absorbent that helps it compost. And the great thing about this, and this is a vent that goes out, no odor.
It's totally odor-free.
Yeah, it's basically odor-free. All right, so I'm just going to step out so you can take a look in there with the camera and show that it's got a nice sink.
Yeah, that's all molded in, isn't it? It's all molded in piece. It'll be easy to clean.
Easy to clean. Nice teak graded floor there to keep your feet dry when you're using the head. But
also, there may be a shower drain down here too.
There is, but I don't see a shower head anywhere.
No, unless that's what we see peeking out of this little hole here.
It looks like there may have been one, but that's something you could retrofit. But you do have an opening port and plenty of room, and there's a mirror in there for you if you want to look at yourself.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's continue up into the V-Berth.
All right.
First, a quick stop in the hanging locker. And maybe I can grab that from you. We found one of the chain plates. It really looks to be in nice shape. All stainless, all that looks...
Fresh fastenings, aren't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that all looks good. Now, for a 36-foot boat, this V-Berth is really spacious. I love it. Nice wood accents up here. You got your handholds here. Very nice. And, you know, Canadian Ken couldn't be here, but if he were, he would have gotten on this bunk and told us how long it is. And I measured it with my fancy measuring tool, and it's about 6'4". So if you can stand up in the main salon, you can crush out a good nap up here and sleep up here. But this is beautiful. All these cushions, again, everything's in tip-top shape. Got a nice shelf here for stuff, like a book.
And quite a bit of storage underneath those, too.
Yes.
Those nice big drawers. Look at the size of that drawer. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Look at this.
You can really put stuff in there.
Yeah.
What are those things?
These look like screens for your ports.
Oh, they are. Look at that.
Isn't that something? I've never seen that, actually.
No, that's quite something. And
so keep the mosquitoes out.
Just before we get out of this barn, I want to take a quick peek at the spar here. And all these fittings look to be in fine fiddle. It is a wooden spar. She's a box spar. She's hollow, which cuts down on weight and so forth. It does not allow you to run halyards inside, but it is a wonderful piece, and the Chinese are excellent woodworkers.
And it's Sitka spruce, right?
This is Sitka spruce, right? And you can test painted wood a little bit with a hammer.
Yep. And
if you get a dull, flat sound, something's going to be goofy. Whoever painted this last was a little sloppy, but that's nothing debilitating about the boat.
These look beautiful, though.
And the stainless straps on here, the spreader strapping, just looks like fresh metal.
Yeah.
So
all looks beautiful. Well, what did you think?
I love it. We often like all these boats we see, and what's nice sometimes is to be surprised by a boat that we have never seen or been on board before. We did that with a Gozzard a few weeks back, but this Cheoy Lee, when you read about the history of the boats and you realize why the boats are here and why they're being made the way they are in the design, it's really fascinating. And then you and I were both aboard, but we felt like we were in a really proper yacht below decks.
100%. The down below blew me away. Mm-hmm. Excuse the pun of sailing, but yeah, it really blew me away. I was very impressed, and of course the brand new Nanni engine on that is really that's really nice to see, and it just makes it an easy decision when you're looking at a boat like this whether or not to get involved in it.
Those engines can always be replaced, but it's a lot of money. And if somebody else has done it for you, and you don't have to mess with it, and you know that you could get on that boat probably with a little soap and water and be out of the harbor in no time, right?
Exactly.
And know you'd make it all the way out down the Saco River here to the ocean.
You could go anywhere in this boat. It's a robust boat meant for blue water cruising. Mm-hmm. That's what she was designed for. You're not going to win any races, but really a very attractive boat. And it's one of those things. When I bought our Morgan, I wasn't in love with the looks of her, but I fell for her over a short period of time. and because there's sort of a unique look with the big deadlights. But this boat has the same thing. I've never been a huge fan of those Clipper bows, but when you get up close and you start playing around in these boats, you fall in love with it. It's a bygone era look.
You really do. And the other thing is you'll never be able to find one of these again. They're not going to build these.
Correct.
Buyers today don't give a damn about the romance of a Clipper bow and a bowsprit, and they don't.
So
wanna...
some of you do. We know you're out there.
No, but truth be told, it's not. Just look at what they're building. Go to any boat show. You won't see a bowsprit out there. You'll see an anchor nubbin on the end of a bow.
You'll see a bowsprit for an asymmetrical shoot, and you'll see an open transom that you're going to fall off the back of.
Right. Right.
This is with that taffrail. Yeah, I mean it's you're good to go on that. You're not going anywhere. But I loved it. So this boat is for sale, by the way, and this is a BoatFool exclusive. What is the price on this boat?
Well, I had a long discussion with the owner, and he has settled on $45,000. Now, he did send along a copy of that survey for insurance company, and the surveyor offered it at, suggested the exact same number, the $45,000 valuation for the
Which
boat.
came first, the chicken or the egg?
Next week.
Okay, we'll get to that next week. But
he also said that replacement, and I think he was low on this, if you went out and bought that boat, I called Cheoy Lee and said, build me one of these, pull out the old mold, you're talking $350,000, $400,000.
Absurd amount of money.
Exactly.
And this boat has plenty of years left, and she's a beauty. And I think $45,000 asking price with a brand new Nanni engine in there is worth a really close look.
Well, I told you what the Nanni engine ran and this installation by this yard. It was very reasonable, but it's still a lot of money.
30 grand just to put that engine in there.
Yep, exactly.
So if you look at it that way, it's a good buy. Anyway, so I wanted to mention quickly before we go that we have the consulting page up on the BoatFools website where you can reach out to Captain Kew or me. If you're serious about buying a boat, you can check out our offerings there, and we can guide you through the process with our opinions and insight and values.
Just a level of our experience and on this earth, really, we've got, between the three of us, I think we've got about 200 years of...
Well, you throw Josh in there, definitely 200 years.
Of time on the earth. Maybe not all sailing, but certainly a lot of it. And,
darn close.
And these are strictly opinions, but we have a reason for them. They are well-founded.
Agreed. So everybody, thank you so much. Please don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share. It's cold, so my lips are starting to freeze up here. But we really appreciate all your support. It's great to have the captain. I'm not even going to call you Captain Kew because I'm going to say it wrong.
It's okay. Kew.
Captain Kew is with us. So happy to have him on board, and we can't wait to see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.